Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Yes, we are back. Y'all know who it is. Dre, Reg, back, another episode. Sorry for the short wait, but things happen. As we always say, things do, but we never leave you too long. Right. We are back though. What's up with you, my man?
Man, slow motion, brother. Slow motion around here, man. Working. Yeah.
That's about it.
Working, dog. Ain't got too much going on, man.
Okay.
Same shit, different toilet. What's up with you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to stay in the green, man. That's about it. Just trying to stay in the green, keep my head above water, stay sucker free, all that shit.
The land full of lollipops.
Yeah, got a couple things coming up. I got to attend a funeral coming up this weekend for one of my cousins, but it's my mom's first cousin. Somebody she kind of grew up with. So got to do that. That's about it, man. And just bracing for this storm that's supposed to come. So that's supposed to hit, I think, early tomorrow morning, which would be Thursday. It's supposed to have severe winds and rain. So I don't know how much are we gonna get, being that it's supposed to hit. I guess it's at Florida now. So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Outside of that, man, just chilling, man. Y'all, we gonna try to do something different next year. Me and Drake kind of discussed it a little bit. We're gonna do probably something like a little Aries getaway for our birthdays.
Right.
We looking at the first weekend of April. We gonna go touch some sand somewhere. So y'all fuck with us and y'all want to party with us. We'll definitely put all the details out. Probably within I'm already researching. We'll have something within the next 2 weeks or so. A location and probably some numbers and everything. Come fuck with us, party with us. We get busy when we get together. We always have a good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More to come on that. Definitely more to come. Yeah, man. Outside of that, I guess we can get to the sports.
Let's get it.
Once again, y'all, refer to the time stamps.
They already do anyway.
Yeah, refer to the time stamps. Oh man, let's start with Carolina football. I'll let you go.
Well, for those who don't know, there was a total breakdown in Keenan Memorial Stadium on Saturday as our beloved North Carolina Tar Heels took on James Madison, and the final score was 50-70, with 53 points being hung up on Carolina in the first half. Now, this is what I will say about it. It was a total meltdown, like I just mentioned. I feel as though, Matt Brown has lost the locker room, right? I feel like, first off, hats off to James Madison. Let me go back. Hats off to James Madison. They came in and punched in the mouth, right? They got paid handsomely.
Opening kickoff, yeah.
Got paid handsomely.
Mm-hmm.
But they could get paid a half.
Yeah.
Got paid $500,000 to come in and embarrass us on our home turf. There's so many different things, so many different layers that we could pull back on this game, man. But I'm not going to do too much. But what I will say is that I'm sure that they are embarrassed, much as I am embarrassed this week to be a Tar Heel fan, football-wise. I don't know where we go from here. I know we play Saturday against that team down the road with the other shade of blue.
Yeah.
Who's going to be hungry and rocking and at home.
And they licking their chops. I guarantee you.
Yes, they are licking their chops. They saw what our secondary did this past Saturday, and they have a gunslinger at quarterback.
They smell blood.
Yes, 100%. So I don't know what we're going to do, what we're going to look like, Reg, but I will say that I was highly disappointed in what happened Saturday.
Yeah, disappointed is a great word to use. I actually watched the game. I know you had things going on the way you couldn't. I watched it, and they got the ball and scored with ease, and I said, nothing to worry about. Seen this story before, you know.
Right.
We're gonna overpower them. We're the more talented team. We got the better athletes. We're gonna overpower them. You know, it's only that'll work now. These guys will figure it out. It never happened. It never happened. I'm talking about from. There's not one aspect of the game that we look better than them in, whether it was offense, defense, special teams, coaching. There's not one aspect of the game. That was pitiful. That was pitiful, man. I'm on the Mac. It's time for Mac to go train.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you said it correctly. And also I'll add in that we definitely need a culture change.
Yes.
It's time. Mac, thank you for your services.
But they are no longer motherfucking needed.
They aren't. We need a newer, younger blood. And I know I felt this way, and you probably have too. Probably the last year or two with, you know, how we've recruited.
Yeah.
Mac has always been a great recruiter, but our last 2 to 3 years recruiting has not been the best at all. Not been the best. And now where we're standing now, I mean, you see it, and then with the money that this school can offer, there's no reason why people should be looking at us like a tier 3 team. Like we can't get the best athletes in the world.
Well, we can't because we don't spend the money.
Yeah, because we don't spend the money. But if we got the money to spend,
yeah.
So
don't put much stock into the football team.
Absolutely. So, Nate Carrington, boy, good. But all I gotta say is about 45 days we will have basketball, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, I'm not gonna say the hopes for this football team were high, but this is not what I expected. A loss to James Madison. This loss right here will potentially fuck up the rest of my football season. I mean, I'm going to cheer for my boys. I still got a Georgia Tech game to go to. I don't know how many games I'll go to after that, if I will, but I mean, that loss put a very sour taste in my mouth.
I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be very, very tough for me to go back to Chapel Hill this season.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
So,
and I'm not going to, but it's going to be very, very tough.
Well, if I go, it's to a basketball game.
Well, that's not. Well,
I will. You will not see me in Keenan Memorial on Stadium Drive outside of this Georgia Tech game that I have tickets to, and I'm going to that because.
Right.
But yeah. I don't know if I'll be in Keenan Stadium again this year. After that, but I will be watching the games. But you know, hopefully this is a small speed bump. And they rebound this week against Duke. Doesn't look good because of the injuries. Still haven't figured out the quarterback issue.
Well, I think we have. I think Chris will be the man moving forward. He's the more I'm not going to say polished, because neither one of them have much game experience. But I'll say he gives us the best chance to win.
Right.
So you know.
But we honestly don't know how much confidence they have in him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah. Good luck, Tar Heel football. And our fellow Tar Heel football fans. Hey, I'm there with you. I'm there
Strap
with
on your bucket seatbelts. It's gonna be a long, bumpy ride.
you. Long bumpy ride. Like we'll go through these pains together, and hopefully, hopefully, it won't be as bad as this.
Yeah.
The come. Um, we had on the notes to talk about Tyreek Hill, but that was last week. So we don't really need to talk about that much. I mean,
Nah.
it was found out that the lane that he was actually driving in a lane that is designated for players to drive in on game day. So him driving a very expensive car in that lane, one could only imagine that he's probably a player. So these police that pulled him over absolutely probably knew that this was a Miami Dolphins player. So not much more to say on that than that, but you know, um, something that's interesting that just came out. This player, Matthew Sluka. You familiar?
Yes. Okay. I
UNLV.
am.
So he has decided to redshirt the rest of the
Mm-hmm.
season because
Mm-hmm.
he said there are promises that was made to him that hasn't been fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly 1K, 100,000.
100,000. Yeah.
But
All of which he's only received 3,000.
right, but it's you don't know. One side says one thing, the other side says another thing. Um, so what are your thoughts on this?
We knew it was gonna come to this, man. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a secret that it was gonna come down to money. It was gonna come down to contracts. It was gonna come down to this because that's where the game is today.
Right.
I can't be upset with the young man because when business is involved, business is business.
Mm-hmm.
If I have transferred from the school that I transferred from, and I mean he transferred from Holy Cross, so I mean it's not a big to do, but however Holy Cross, honestly, in the football world, has more clout than UNLV. Let's just be clear on that.
Yeah.
Let's be clear on that. So I think for him, I think it was the right move, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But also, too, his representation. Now we can't go off with word of mouth anymore. Let's get this thing
Right.
on. Let's get this thing. Let's let this ink dry,
Absolutely.
right? And then we'll start packing bags.
Absolutely. So if that's the case, and he was promised that, and the promises wasn't made, then they're absolutely wrong. On the other on the other side, like you said, you got to get something put on paper. This is like the James Harden situation when he said that he was told he was going to get a X amount, a certain contract, and Daryl Morey didn't do it. He forced his way out of Philly. So these aren't amateurs no more, really. These aren't amateurs.
No.
And as much as we talk about the Neil and everything, from what I read, pay for play, quotation marks, is nothing you can negotiate on. So he definitely these guys got to get if they so can he sue them for not giving them money for playing? No, he can't. But that's why these, like you said, these guys have got to get this shit written down.
Absolutely, though. Absolutely, it ain't nothing else to it. Like it's got to be. It has to be in black and white, dog.
Right.
Protect yourself. Both parties.
Mm-hmm. The bad thing about it is that UNLV is 3-0. They're looking okay. People are predicting them as of now. Well, not anymore. To be one of the five, outside of that makes the CFB. So
you know that motherfucker rushed for 1,500 last year.
Oof. Yeah,
the quarterback.
I didn't know that, but yeah,
1,500. You ain't gonna give him his money.
So
good luck.
Sucks for him. Sucks for his teammates. Even more.
Their starting running back has done it as well. As of about 2 hours ago. Somebody got some money in Vegas.
I know there's some money in Chapel Hill.
Message. Message.
Money in Chapel Hill, but I mean, hey,
Message.
good luck to him and his teammates. I feel sorry for the kids, the ones that's involved because a lot of these guys, the rest of their football career could hinge on this, far as in how far they go, the looks.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
it's an unfortunate events.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Let's give a shout out to Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, DJ
Third.
Carrington, and all the other ladies that took home awards this year for the WNBA.
Balling. Great season, man. Great season.
Great season.
Balling.
Great
Balling.
season. Yeah.
Balling.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, it only goes up from here, and the WNBA gets the spotlight that it deserves.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it starts within the inside of WNBA, how they market it. Most recently, you announced the MVP Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Then your first playoff games start around 12 to 1 p.m. on a Sunday. Guess what else comes on Sunday? Got to do better. Got to do better, WNBA.
Well, I think considering the times or when the time in which maybe they could have did it on a Friday night.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
They did it on a Friday night or a Friday period, point blank, right? Like give it an opportunity, right? Like get thrown in the mix as far as sports goes. Like we professional sports, even though they're professional sports, you can get a little bit of mixture. You know what I mean? You might have a game or two on Friday. Who played Friday? Syracuse to fucking who did Syracuse play?
I can't remember. But they always come up with these weird ass times anyway. It'll be like I'll be waking up from a nap 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm looking at a hot headline on my thing. Asia Wilson just scored 35 points. I'm like, well, why the fuck are they playing at 2 o'clock, in the afternoon on a damn Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon? Like, this shit is weird.
I told you, man, Skylar, her day camp, bro, like they went to a Mystics game at like 12 o'clock on a Thursday.
Yeah.
A matinee game. Like, I'm like, what?
Yeah, weird time.
Okay.
No, I get it. You got to pick and choose your spots, but I mean, you got to leave something, like, because the NBA really don't compete on a Sunday with the football. NBA I'll have a game here or there, but they're not competing with the NFL on like these leagues are not competing with the NFL, not trying to. And the WNBA, that should not be one of their main things. You're absolutely right. A Friday game at 4, 5, 6 o'clock would have been perfect. I mean, I just think that's one of these main things they got to figure out now, the marketing. Now you had this year to play around with it and tinker with it. You got the Caitlin Clarks, you got the Angel Reeses, and these are your 1 and 2 most popular female players right now. It's a lot of talk surrounding them. So how now the goal should be, how do we monetize this to the next level?
Right.
So but good luck to all the ladies once again, and all the great things they did. What football? NFL.
Wait, one second. Ace is taking it off.
Oh, they back. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a rematch. Liberty and Aces.
I was already a lot
for the Aces
in the Liberty.
Oh no. The Liberty have made it. They finished. They put away their team, didn't they? Yeah, I think that the Aces did too.
Pretty sure it's a
They have
lot.
another game.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot. It's
We're
a wrap.
we're not at the finals yet.
Well. Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about the next. Yeah, okay. What I'm saying is, do you think? I think it's going to be Liberty.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but you know how funny how sports happen. So I think as well, but I don't see any surprises or upsets happening. Maybe Indiana sneaks past Connecticut. I don't know.
Mm,
They're kind of tight right now. But
mm,
Connecticut is up, so we'll see. But I think as far as lock goes, I think it's a lock that it'll be the Liberty and the Aces.
mm.
You know, um,
But Indiana cutting their ass right now.
yeah, it's 10-4. I got that one. But um, anything else in college football you want to talk about?
Nope.
NFL.
Yeah.
I will talk about my 49ers real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I as much as I hate to say it, I think this is a lost season.
Wow.
We've had a great run. I us overcoming these injuries is going to be tough. And I think we're on that cusp of falling too far behind. This CMC injury, as mysterious as it is, I don't know what the fuck to call it. Madden curse or what? I don't know. But this is one of the weirdest things ever. Um, Debo's out. Kittle's hurting. He might
Mm-hmm.
be out this week. Um, Bosa's questionable. Purdy had an MRI this week. They say he's good to go though. Uh, One of our ends just tore his muscle, his tricep. He's out for the season. So it's so many injuries that I don't know. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be tough for us to overcome and have the
Mm-hmm.
season that I anticipated us having. Um, so until those guys get back, hopefully what we have can hand it down. But this past weekend against the Rams did not look the best to me for a number of reasons. I mean, we started out good, but we couldn't hold it together. I mean, Ronnie Bell ball is going through his hands, hit him in the chest, and I mean it's just so much, dog. But it don't look promising. Football don't look promising for me this year.
Hmm.
Does not.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if you could throw the whole season away just yet. I
No,
mean,
no, it's too early. But I mean, I,
but I understand your frustrations. Trust me, because I had frustration coming into um, the first 3 weeks of the season. But
mm-hmm,
Sunday, a different team stepped into the field versus the Las Vegas Raiders,
right,
and I'm talking about my Carolina Panthers. Um, they did exactly what they needed to do, which was sit Bryce down,
mm-hmm,
sit him down. Um, the offense is geared to it's a pro style offense. Bryce Young still plays like he's in college. We have a line that is equipped for smash mouth football, right? But in order to do that, the quarterback has to be able to make reads and do things that he needs to do so that we can keep the defense honest.
right,
Andy Dalton came in Sunday, and he did just that. And it
mm-hmm,
looked like a completely different team. Now,
absolutely,
also, with that being said, now we have some holes on defense and some things to address on defense, right? That's
mm-hmm,
fine. But offensively, I had no issues with what I saw. None. Zero. That's the way the offense is supposed to be. That's the way the offense line is supposed to block. They're supposed to get out and get nasty, get ugly, throw people around, hip toss them, right? We're supposed to
mm-hmm,
catch people on crossing routes because we have the speed, we have the deep threats, we have everything that you need as a football team. And I was telling you that we
mm-hmm.
have it. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not even saying we're going to win Sunday because we play the Bengals and the Bengals are desperate.
Yeah, they hungry.
No, they're desperate.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even say they're hungry. They're desperate because I didn't see a hungry team Monday night.
Oh no, definitely. Hell, I haven't seen a hungry team out of them yet this season.
So I'm not going to give them hungry. I'm going to give them desperate. But for what I saw Sunday, man, I'm very, very pleased. I'm not the biggest Andy Dalton fan. However, for what we need him to do, or what we needed him to do on Sunday,
right,
he delivered, and I can respect it.
Yeah, y'all don't need a hero at quarterback right now. Y'all just need somebody that can make the reads that need to be made, and complete the throws. I honestly, I'm rooting for Bryce Young just because of the situation that he was thrown in. Hopefully he can ride that bench behind Dalton and see how this team is supposed to be ran and how everything is supposed to happen. And
Absolutely.
if things happen, he get back in there and he be the quarterback that he was, a resemblance of that he was in college, hopefully.
The only reason Bryce Young should be back in the game this season is if Andy Dalton starts looking like
right.
how Bryce Young looked
Absolutely.
the first 3 weeks. That's the only reason why he should be back in this game.
Absolutely.
Other than that, hey, put your helmet down, pick a motherfucking ball cap up and a headset.
And the tablet.
And headset and a tablet, and learn some shit.
Yeah.
When Andy Dalton comes off the field, you should be in his motherfucking back pocket.
Yeah. And I think that's what he needs. I think some of these guys, you can force them into the game. Some of them might need to sit a season or two.
That's just how
as much as I hate to see Drake May sitting on the sidelines with a ball cap, and
it'll probably benefit him.
And these motherfuckers saying that he is the quarterback that like he looks better than what we have right now. As much as I want to see him in the game, I get it. I get it. So hopefully that's the situation. That's the circumstance with Bryce Young. I'm rooting for him, and I'm rooting for Malik Willis. I don't think Malik Willis even got the opportunity to showcase his talent, and he's looking pretty good in Green Bay right now. I think Tennessee, they gave up on him a little too quick, but I mean, a lot of these guys you can see is the offense and they play and where they put the guys at.
They gave up on him for that chump.
Yeah.
So many people was just telling me, "Oh, Will Levis this, Will Levis that." You and I were both in agreement.
Yeah,
that he was dumpster punch.
Yeah,
we both were in agreement to that. And I was praying to God, the football gods, if Carolina didn't pick him, because that was lingering.
Yeah,
that was lingering.
Yeah,
and I said, God, please no. Please no. And look at what he's doing, man. This motherfucker's throwing the ball like it's a grenade, right? He playing, hot potato with that motherfucker.
Shot put.
Man.
Yeah.
This man's doing wipeout slides, throwing the ball. Like, what are you doing?
You're right. You're absolutely right. We've seen it more within the last 2 years than I've probably seen it or that I can remember in the last, I don't know, I want to say 5 to 10 years, as far as in these quarterbacks, these high profile, top ranked quarterbacks going to a team and looking like complete, and then going somewhere else. Look at what you call in Minnesota right now. Andy Dalton. No, not Andy Dalton. Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Who has had stints for both of our teams.
Yeah. They said he went to Carolina, played a little bit, went to San Francisco and learned the offense, backed up Purdy, and got to sit and learn under offensive guru. They really like him in Minnesota. He's excelling. Look at Baker Mayfield. I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah. So, yeah.
The man went from 600,000 to 100.
Yeah.
Million. 600,000 to 100 million.
Right. It just makes you and that makes me, really want to see Sam Howell get on the field in the right situation. Hell, even Trubisky, and I'm just calling out Tar Heel guys.
I think it's so for Trubisky, but
Yeah, it's over for Trubisky. But that's all it takes.
Trubisky is a product of an amazing supporting cast.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he is. Let's be clear. That Tar Heel team underperformed, yes,
Right.
but loaded.
Had weapons all over the field. And honestly, I can't be mad at the Commanders for shipping out how
No, you got to.
you got to. But I want to see him lock on somewhere and get that opportunity. I think he's a gunslinger. He is a ball player.
We know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
We know that.
Anything else? Anything else, man?
Nah, man, we can wrap it up, dog.
Yeah. So where we left off last time we potted, Shannon Sharpe had the hacked Instagram, and then after we recorded, he came out and said he wasn't hacked.
Yeah.
But it was an accident. I've never went live on IG. We don't have to stay here that long. I don't know if you've ever went live on accident on IG. It takes too many steps for me to even say it was an accident, but
right. Sir, that was not an accident whatsoever. Everyone knows, okay? Everybody fucking knows. I mean, and then he turned around and was like, hey, I'm a man with some healthy, doing healthy things as a man and just a healthy life. Like, all right, Shannon, like you should have just stuck with it, homie. Yeah. Like we not hating on you. We're not hating on you, bro. You was getting some cheek.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
You were getting cheek.
Isn't there nothing else, nothing that none of us don't do anyway? I mean, hey, but I think trying to cover up the reason why your phone was live is the thing that he probably struggled with, because there's no absolute reason that your
there's
phone,
no way.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, you can accidentally go live.
Yeah. It didn't happen accidentally. It was, you went live. You went live.
Yeah. Period.
You went live. That's it. So give it up. We'll save the other big stuff for later on. Yo Gotti. So the trial is going on, the Young Dolph trial.
Yes.
Murder trial.
Yes.
Things that we probably know from everything that we've heard from the streets, online, that people are saying. Yo Gotti and his brother.
Yeah, Big Juke.
Paid to have Young Dolph murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's being said publicly.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the court of law.
Look, man, this nasty work, it's been, we've known for a very long time that these guys do not like each other. They don't fuck with each other. So for it to come out and it actually be a thing that Big Juke and, possibly Gotti has something to do with this thing, bro. Like it's sad, man. It's sad. You regardless of whether you dislike someone or not, man, you shouldn't have to take their life, man. Right. It's nasty work, Rich.
It is. And as far as we know, Dolph is a great guy. We like his music. And I agree with you 100%. I mean, as much as you dislike him, it shouldn't be a reason for you to take his life. Or anybody else's. I mean, is especially over if it's street beef or whatever. No. What do you think happens from here?
I think well, first they find out where Big Juke is, figure that part out, and then from there, there's some questions to be answered, dog. I don't know what the state of Memphis is. I'm pretty sure the streets already knew out there. You know what I mean? If I had to put place a bet on that, I'm pretty sure that the streets was already tracking that was a thing, right? So I don't know if this fires up the young boys out there in Memphis, because we're talking two different generations.
And that's why I was about to go.
Right. Well, I can't say two different generations, because at the end of the day, Dolph is my age. Yo Gotti's he's probably closer to your age. So I can't really say different generations.
Right.
But well, I mean, I guess you can in a sense. From
Yeah.
when it comes to the rap, when it comes to the rap,
Yeah.
when it
Yeah.
comes to the when it comes to the
Yeah.
rap, uh, dog, I believe that shit is about to get real, man. And again, man, condolences to Dolph's family and the people affected. The city is affected by this thing, dog, and it's nasty work, man. I hope that it comes out that whomever was involved, I don't give a damn who it was. Yo, Gotti, Big Juke, Big Duke, I don't give a fuck. Bro,
Mm-hmm.
you got to answer for that, man. It's a life taking. You took
You
somebody's
do.
dad, you took somebody's partner, you took somebody's
Son, partner,
son. Yeah,
every
you got the answer for that.
yeah. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that depended on Dolph.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sad, man. Sad that as you said, it that it had to be confirmed. Memphis already knew. Um,
Yeah.
uh, hopefully the retaliation part ain't something that and the streets is the streets, dog. So
Ain't no rules.
no, there ain't no rules. Ain't no rules. Good luck to everybody, all parties involved, man, because I can see it getting a lot uglier than what it should be, and a lot uglier from here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Yesterday, Marcellus Williams. I don't know why I was about to say
Yes.
Wiley, the football player, but Marcellus Williams. Um, he didn't get his order stay granted, and he was executed.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, this is a young man that was convicted of a murder back in 98, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think it was 98.
Yeah.
Um, since then, there has been evidence that came out, and I think it's DNA evidence that says that he was not the person that committed the murder.
Not
But
only that, but the person, a person on trial, literally recanted their statement.
right, so that's the biggest issue with it is that what was the new things that came to light and still wasn't enough to at least put this execution on halt and you know figure out what's what before we execute an innocent man.
Yeah, dog.
Well, they. No, I'm not gonna say we, but they.
Well, what was it? What did this take place? Missouri, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Missouri don't fuck around, man. All
Right.
right, like they're not overturning shit in Missouri, man. It's unfortunate for him. You have somebody come out and try to recant their statement. You have DNA that comes about and it says that hey, this man didn't do it, and the powers that be, the governor could have overturned the execution, and he did not.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, man, another life was lost, and it's sad, man. It's fucked up. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Condolences to him and his family, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for
Yes,
real.
sir.
Especially if that's your loved one and these things come out and you are, doing these things and fighting to save their life.
Right.
Um Also condolences to the Jackson family. Tito Jackson
Yeah. Yeah.
passed away within the last couple of days. Yep. Speaking of Jackson family, Janet Jackson questioned Kamala Harris's uh ethnicity. She not her ethnicity. She questioned her being black. And it sounded like the dumbest thing to me ever because she said, I heard that she wasn't black. I
Okay.
haven't watched the news lately, but I heard that she was Indian. And then
Okay.
the guy said, well, yes, she's mixed. And she said, well, no, I heard her father's white or something. But
Uh,
um
what does that say to you? Because I had this conversation with someone a couple of days ago. What does that say to you?
about Janet Jackson,
Yes.
she's not in touch with the world.
Okay. What it says to me is she's drawing a line in the sand. Ain't no motherfucking way this lady don't know what's going on amongst the presidential candidates.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me that she doesn't.
Right.
You're not going to tell me that she doesn't. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to tell me that. I think she's drawing the line in the sand on what she is rocking with. And you have, while you have that right, don't diminish, don't play, and don't take. Come on, like, let's not do that. I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
I honestly though, I don't think Janet Jackson probably don't even vote.
She may not vote, shit, but what does that mean? I mean, at the end of the day, you mean to tell me honestly, Reggie, that you think that this lady doesn't, in one of the most controversial and one of the most important, and one of the most, man, like when down to it, what's at stake when it be, as far as it being a woman being involved, you know, that she's not tapped in.
Right. She should be. And it sounds very very stupid.
I'm saying you don't think that she is, honestly.
I think there's a possibility that she is 100% clueless in what the fuck is going on and out of touch with what it's a possibility.
That's dog shit.
Because I feel like she's been rich long enough to where this shit don't even matter to her, because regardless of what happens, she's gonna be okay. She don't have to deal with anything that happens on the ground level like you and I do.
Understood. However,
but just out of, and I get what you're saying, just out of who the two candidates are, there's no way that you aren't, regardless of how much news you watch, you should absolutely have heard.
That's what I'm saying.
We heard about they was questioning her blackness. Was she black when she was announced to be the vice president? You know, 4 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
So this ain't new news.
That's what I'm saying, dog, and that's why I'm not buying the shit that she's selling, big dog. I'm not doing it. I can't buy it. I'm not doing
it. We know they ain't ask. We know who they not asking for an endorsement from. Janet will not be on the line. And then when a publicist came out and not recanted but apologized for the statement, she got his ass the fuck up out of there.
Absolutely.
That says even more. Like, hey, no, I said what I said and I meant it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey. You know, I said this. Somebody bit my head off about this. It's probably about 2 weeks ago. You know, she was like, I don't know why black men hate black women so much. I was like, I think black women hate black women more than black men might hate black women. I think, you know, far as in the things that go on and what happens, and you know, I see a lot of black women that just don't like other black women because they might be winning or what they doing or whatever else. I said that's very valid.
Could be, bro.
Well, whatever. That's for another day. Janet, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Politics. Trump announced that this will be his very last time running for president. Honestly, I don't even think he wanted to be the president. I think this is just, you know, I got a lot of steam. I got a lot of momentum, especially when Joe Biden was there. This shit can keep me out of jail.
Okay.
You honestly think he want to be president?
I don't know what he wants to do, man. I think I think that this man believes that the world is his oyster.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he's just bored, man. I don't know.
yeah, and I think that's probably a part of it too. Like, hey, I got enough money, enough people fuck with me. Honestly, I don't think he believe a lot of shit that he says. Puff Daddy. P. Diddy,
Brother
Sean
Love.
Combs, whatever you want to call him, whatever y'all want to refer to him these days. Um, we didn't talk about it last week, of course, because we didn't record, but since the last time we recorded, he has been taken in custody
Mm-hmm.
and bail has been denied.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
50 M's denied.
yeah, yeah. Passports have been surrendered, not just his, but families as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, here we are. And
Yeah.
more lawsuits are coming out.
Yes. More and more. Listen, man. The whole thing with the whole Cassie ordeal, man, is plain to see, bro. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That it is what it is. That it's out. It's out and about. Right? Like we know what happened. We know. We know. You know, there was abuse involved. And now you have like the sex trafficking. You have so many different things that are coming out. So many different people that are coming out against Diddy. Dog, his ass is cooked. His ass is cooked.
Hibachi.
His ass is cooked. And the way I view this thing is like, hey, you committed the crime, bro. You got to do the motherfucking time, man. According to reports, like he's not eating right now because he feels like somebody in jail is going to poison his food or things like that. And that's another. This is another example of people abusing power, dog.
That saying about the tangled web you weave. Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. Hey, if you make that bed, you got to deal with it. All these videos that resurface, from the Usher to the Justin Bieber, the French Montana to me to all this stuff. I mean, it makes you question a lot. And it really, 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 really makes you think about Justin Bieber a lot too, because
What you think about the Beebs?
just his mental state of things that he's been going through. And then when they say all this shit with him supposedly started, and I guess how everything is, affecting his life now, as far as and the dramatic or drastic turns that has happened, in his life. Who knows how whatever happened between him and Diddy at these parties or whatever else, it
Right,
is affecting him. You know,
right.
it's sad, man. I read this report, and it was this black guy talking, and he was basically saying that Justin Bieber was that white guy that was kind of like adopted by the culture, but got abused by the culture. Well, not by the culture, but this man.
Oh, by Diddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean, and I would say that to if it was Usher or Bow Wow and Jermaine, anybody. So but it's just sad, that we kind of know the history of Justin Bieber and the shit that he's been through since since adulthood.
Yeah.
So and all parties involved, man. I saw something about the Kim Porter thing earlier, and her family, kids released a statement. Um, you know,
Al,
because his book that just came out, man, this shit is just real messy, dog.
listen, Al B. Sure ain't fucking around. Al B. Sure
Like,
said, hey, open this shit back up. Let's look into this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, this thing, and I think we've said it probably when it initially came out. I think we're gonna by the time everything is over, we're gonna have a different opinion on a lot of our favorite celebs or entertainers.
Hmm. Oh, there'll be a trickle effect when it comes down with this Diddy stuff.
I believe so.
Man, you might be right, big dog.
I believe
You
so.
might be right. I don't know. You might be right though.
Uh, that's if. Well, depending on what's found on these tapes, recordings, papers, whatever. But hey, you got to be a sick motherfucker just to have 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Nigga, when have you ever seen an empty bottle of baby oil? I probably had any bottle of baby oil I got. I probably had it for at least a couple years now. Like I just, who uses that much baby oil? Where you need 1,000 bottles, nigga. You got babies.
But that's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
It's just weird.
Very weird. Well, okay, so let's talk about crime. What's different between what they're saying Diddy is doing or done, and Hugh Hefner?
Well, I'm not too familiar with what Hugh Hefner.
Well, they said all this same shit happened in the Playboy Mansion. I've seen a couple documentaries on A&E about the Playboy Mansion and young girls being groomed, involved, abuse, sex parties, women from other parts of the world being flown out to come to the Playboy Mansion to engage in sex. And one of the main things about Diddy is they got him for sex trafficking. And in his case, sex trafficking could be, okay, I'm in Miami. I flew a woman out from Las Vegas to party and have sex.
Is that sex trafficking?
Yeah. By terminology, by means, yeah. Cross state lines. She crossed state lines for and was paid to engage in a sexual act.
Oh.
So it ain't there's a lot of motherfuckers do that shit. I mean, hell, I didn't put a motherfucker on a plane before. I ain't paying for no pussy, but excuse my language, y'all. But
outright.
Right. But well, yeah, the saying, some way or another, we all pay, right?
I had that conversation earlier today. As well.
So, did he just fuck with the wrong person? I think he made the wrong person mad, but I don't think he's the only motherfucker doing this shit. We know about
yeah, but let's just,
but yeah,
of course, but let's just be honest, right? Like in nobody, in some way, shape, or form, like right, like there's a vast majority of people that are committing crimes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I get caught.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It's the motherfuckers that get a little too big for their britches, and the motherfuckers that's just gonna continue to play the game. And they place. A lot of people are saying once he sued that liquor company, he pissed off a lot of people. Who knows? Who knows?
That's rough.
Yeah. But I mean, in no way, shape, or form, us having that talk for anybody to think I'm not condoning anything he did or saying, he's right. Just by asking crime, but there's a lot of there's an ass load of motherfuckers that's doing the same shit, and we need to get all of them off the streets if that's the case. Yeah. I'm just interested to see where it goes from here, as far as and if he decides to talk or not.
For sure.
Because it can get very, very, very spicy.
So you might pull a Dino Brown.
Alpo. All of them, yeah. And that's where and that's where we learn or figure out, okay, we actually our favorites are, some disgusting motherfuckers.
Man, so you think there's some celebrities out there that's shaking in their boots right now, huh?
Not just celebrities. I think it's celebrities, movie directors, movie star, politicians. I think it's a lot of motherfuckers.
This shit bigger than Dino Brown, huh?
Yeah. Athletes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see, man. We will fucking see.
Yeah. They was talking about Usher scrubbing his ex, deleted every tweet, and I found that I didn't think nothing about it. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. He deleted his shit. Then he said his page was hacked and y'all just run with everything. And I thought about it. I said, well, if a motherfucker hack your shit, why wouldn't they start posting shit from your page instead of deleting everything? Like that shit just don't make sense to me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
a nigga hacked your page to delete stuff.
delete all your shit, right? Like what the fuck?
Oh, God.
I should think we stupid, dog. Anywho. Um I had an interesting conversation about healing before you date, right?
Uh-huh.
Of course, there is no specific time frame. Everybody heals on their own. Well, their own accord and their own time and you know whatever else. But there were a couple people that's telling me that you can heal while dating. I theoretically you can, but I disagree. I think that's something that I don't recommend that to anybody. Um, I myself, I would not date a woman that's been hurt and is attempting to heal while she's dating me. I would want her to do whatever she needed to do to better herself for me and a relationship before, you know what I'm saying, before having to deal with that. Because I'm pretty sure you've dealt with a woman that's been hurt and it might have not been the best. It might have been the best. I've went through some things to where times was good, and then when little shit happened, it was the worst.
Mm. Yeah. I think for me, I don't think that it's healthy to heal while being with the next person, man. But at the end of the day, I think people are triggered, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I had this conversation with Ayana. Shout out to Ayana. I had the conversation with her. Shit, woof, a few months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked her. We had to come. Like, do you ever really truly heal completely,
Mm.
right? Or is it just enough to move forward?
That's a good question.
I don't think that anybody. I mean, people say, "Yeah, I'm healed. I'm this. I'm that." And but when somebody stings you, you have a wound when it comes to your heart,
Right.
bro. I don't know
Yeah.
if your heart is ever really healed. I don't know if I believe that. Maybe it's just me.
Mm. So I would agree. I would say you heal enough to move forward
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying.
I do think, and it all depends on, like you said, how shit affects you when it happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because I think I've healed from past situations and circumstances, but there are things that when I see, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't fuck with that.
Okay, and then I'll even let's just make this shit Barney style, right? You can say that you healed from someone, you've done this and you've done that, right, or whatever the case may be. But when you get into a room with that person, are those feelings or those thoughts or that hurt 9 times out of 10 it's going to come back up and it's going to affect you.
Mm-hmm.
So can you really say that you're healed from it? And I'm just talking real. I'm just saying as from a human
Yeah,
aspect.
yeah. Well, I mean, the key would be completely healed. I guess the key word would be: are you completely healed, or have you healed to some extent?
I'll take it even further, man. And uh Tasha and I, shout out to Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
She we talked, and she said one of the things she said was is that if she's out and about, and she sees her ex, that she would act as if she doesn't know that person. And she also said that, you know, she would, if I'm out and about and I see one of my exes, my nigga, you don't know me. And and then she also was like, she said it from a standpoint of like, if they're my ex for a reason and they need to stay there.
Okay.
So, and I'm not saying necessarily her, but like if you have that type of attitude, right? If anybody has that type of attitude, right? Like, are you truly healed from what the fuck happened in your relationship? That you can't be cordial.
Well, with those, I kind of get that. There are exes that I don't mind being cordial with. There are exes that I could care less. If I see him, I see him. If I, if we, well, if I see him, if there's some kind of interaction or speak or whatever else it is, that there's not, they're not. I'm never gonna be like, oh, don't act like you don't know me. I'm not gonna turn around and walk the other way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's I mean, kind of like an injury, a bone. I mean, a bone may break, and uh, the doctor says, "Well, you're not fully healed, but you're healed enough to continue on with this or that." So, I mean, I don't. With your first stance, I truly agree with that. I don't think you might ever be 100% healed, but maybe healed enough to where you can say, you know what, I'm good enough for the next person now. I'm not in that zone to where, you know, I can fuck up a good relationship or potentially damage this person because I'm still damaged. I haven't healed enough, to bring a good product to the table.
Okay.
So what do you think of, can you heal living under the same roof with the person that damaged you?
Living in the same roof.
Yeah. Like let's say you were married, right?
Okay.
You're going through a divorce.
Okay.
This person has fucked you over or fucked you up. They damaged you.
Okay.
How is it possible for you to heal living under the same roof with this person still?
If you all have made the conscious effort to move forward, yes.
Mm-hmm. Being that you still have to interact with this person every day, you see them.
Like you said, like you just talking about enough. I'm a staple. I'm going to die on the hill of people not ever really being healed. Like I'm going to die on that hill. I'm going to die on that hill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think you can be in the presence of that person that, because so for me, and you probably went through this with yourself. Oh, damn, somebody just got fucked up. Oh, might be Kelsey Mitchell. Ooh, that'd be big for Indiana. But you know, I don't think you can like fully, truly get anywhere, being under the, still in the presence of this person that, did whatever they did to damage you. Being that you got to see them every day. I'm a big component of I like my I value my my time away from people, at times, and I do think sometimes, when moving on, you have to take that period to where you only fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? You only fucking with you. Ain't no other parties involved. To use one of your phrases, is you and them four walls.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to self-reflect, and I've been around, I've been in a household to where, I was married, living with a woman that, I didn't want to be with no more. We was about to go through a divorce, and I didn't have time to self-reflect, talk to these damn four walls and, figure shit out and why the fuck I'm in this situation I'm in. And, how did this happen? How did that happen? Why? Because as soon as I leave out this room, boom, guess who I'm looking in the face? When I do certain things, I walk down the hall, such here, such and such, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the best way to start a healing process is that time, that alone time. Like you ain't
Isolation.
Yeah, the isolation, and you ain't got no outside, no outside involvements, whether it's that same person or somebody new. You know, but I
feel
was
that.
told that's a possibility that you can still you can continue on, and you know what? Even though I got to be around this person, I'm gonna, you can heal and make yourself or be ready for the next person.
Okay, healed enough.
I don't agree with that heal enough part in that circumstance.
Man, okay, in that circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't. To each his own, brother.
Yeah, teachers on. Y'all, we go. Let's get to the unapologetic truths. You got a little hard out, so timeline to meet. So we gonna do that. Oh man, I'll tell you after the. I don't want to talk about it on air, but we'll talk about it after. Yeah, unapologetic truths.
Yeah, let's get it.
If you text someone of the opposite sex on a regular basis,
okay,
that your partner does not know about,
okay, is it cheating?
Is that cheating? Yeah.
What's the context of the text, man? Like, what are we talking about?
Let's just say it's innocent, but your partner don't know about this person. They don't know that you're texting them. It could be any time of the night, but you're having full out conversations with them.
I don't think it's necessarily cheating, but I'm going to say that it's not smart.
Nah, it's not smart.
But I'm not going to call it cheating, though, bro. I'm cool on that.
Say that again.
I said I'm cool on it. I don't want to. I ain't gonna go on that hill. I'm cool.
How would you feel if your partner was doing it? If it was your partner,
I would like it.
Yeah. I feel like I feel the same way. I feel as if it wasn't nothing, mentioning it, hey, blah 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 blah, and that's it. Now it's something that I know about, but the fact that this is somebody that you're texting on a regular basis, every day, and I don't know about it, there's no mention of it. That could be that looks a little funny.
Yes.
I don't understand this one. What is the most unexplainable experience you've ever had?
I think that sounds like doing something like saying fuck it and just making it happen. Like you can't explain why you did it.
Okay. I got a crazy one, but not like that. But I got a crazy experience. But go ahead if you got one. If not, I'll.
I think for me, I think the most unexplainable shit. I just woke up one day. I was asked if I wanted to go skydiving, and I did it. And I am against jumping out of planes. I am against
you.
I am 110,000% against it. But that day, I had King Kong balls, and I made it happen, dog. I don't know why, what. I don't understand. I don't know. I will never do this shit again. But on that day, I made it happen.
I'm against jumping out of planes and anything like heights like that. And I in Thailand, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go parasailing, and did that shit. And I don't fuck with heights at all, nigga.
Parasailing?
Yeah.
What's parasailing and ice got to do with one another?
No, I said heights. I don't fuck with heights. Yeah, I don't fuck with heights at all. Yeah.
Hey, dog, I don't think I would ever parasail. I don't think I would ever parasail.
Had you told me or asked me what I think I've ever done that shit? No, and I've done it a couple times since then. I actually like it, but like the first time I did it in Thailand, the first time, like put a harness on you and you're attached to the parachute, and that's it. Like the other times I've done it, like it's been like a little chair or a bar you sit on. Like the first time I ever did it, like I was completely suspended. Like that was the wild shit. And I'm just like, I don't know, like that. But when I got up in the air, and you may have had when skydiving too. Once you got in the air and maybe you jumped out the plane, like all that shit, I was like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Man,
That's what went through my mind. I was like, nigga, what in the fuck are you doing?
hey, the motherfucker that I went skydiving with, he had to tell me to unlock my legs, pause, because I was goddamn hitting the motherfucking brakes, nigga. Hold on. And then again I was just like, man, fuck it, let's go. Let's ride. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it. I did enjoy it though.
Yeah, I enjoy skydiving. I'm probably gonna end up doing it sometime next year. Not skydiving, but parasailing. But yeah. Unexplainable experience. I finally got with this girl that I had been wanting to fuck for the longest.
Okay.
And we had went out to eat, went back to my room. I was living in the barracks at the time, and out of nowhere, I started having an allergic reaction to something. Like she was rubbing on me, just about to give me a head, and like I felt like kind of like clammy skin was like chills. And so, I leaned back and, put my hands on my head, and I felt a knot on the top of my head. So I was like, what the fuck? And I just started feeling like knots all over. I was like, damn, what the fuck? And she looked up at me and she was like, are you all right? And I was like, what? Like, nigga, I looked, I had just like, I was breaking the fuck out, nigga. I don't know. She ended up taking me to the TMC. Yeah, that shit was to this day, we talk about that shit. And to this day, I've never hit. I missed opportunity. I mean, I can't even explain it. Them niggas told me, well, it might be shrimp, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I eat shrimp not all my life, but and to this day, I still eat shrimp. Well, that you can eat shrimp 999 times, and that 1,000th time have an allergic reaction. I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I've ate the shit ever since then, never. So I don't know what the fuck happened, dog, but it was something.
Okay.
Maybe it was God. That's what we're gonna say.
Had to be, cuz.
That's what we're gonna say. It was God.
Wild.
Last one. Would you rather your woman have a low, medium, or high sex drive?
High.
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 Give me the high. Give me high for 500, Alex.
High is tough for me, dog. Cause I had a high and I just felt like, hey, there was times I wanted to tap. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was times I wanted to tap. Even when she was on her period, she was like, "You got to get a nut." And I was like,
No.
So it was hook or crook. She was gonna make sure. Well, whether it was like intercourse, because I don't do that. I don't run no red lights. But whether it was like a hand job, oil, or what, like it was like she was gonna make sure. I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, I don't know. I felt like one day she was like, these next 7 days you're gonna get a nut. And I was just like, oh God, all right. That was tough for me. Much I want to say high, I might have to go with medium because that was enough. But low is definitely out of the equation, man. I dealt with a woman that she had started going through a phase to where she felt like she picked up weight and she was not as satisfied with her look, the way she looked and everything. And when I tell you that affected her sex drive and everything, that was the worst. And I'm trying to be supportive. I was just like, damn. So yeah, that's definitely out of the equation.
Okay.
Maybe a medium.
Okay.
I don't know. But all right, dog, let's get up out of here.
Hey man, well, shout out to you, big dog, for making the time, man. I know we had to adjust a little bit, but I appreciate it, dog. So I'm getting ready to get out of here and catch a flight in the morning. So I definitely appreciate it, man. Shout out to all our listeners. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. Shout out to my brother and my sister, man. Over the past weekend, I was down in North Carolina, at a memorial for the death of their mother. So shout out to them, and I love them very, very much. I was very, very happy to be able to support them in their hard times. Shout out to the home team, period, point blank, man. My support system, everybody, my babies, my dogs, everybody, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, we may not be subject matter experts when it comes down to it, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself or you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on Facebook and IG or our individual IGs and or Facebook. And I can assure you, we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, big dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you as well. Thank y'all, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. We love the support, and we really appreciate y'all for fucking with us and continuing to listen and watch for those that do. Appreciate it. My family, I love y'all. Continue to do what y'all do. Loving me and supporting me. And to everybody else, thank y'all. Thank y'all for just, the people that y'all are, that's in our lives, We appreciate that. And as always, we're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. Y'all know who it is. It's y'all favorite two North Carolinians. We will see y'all next week. We signing out of here.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.